welcome back to this channel Misery Reactions, where I'll bring you the best reactions from YouTube. For those new here, I'm Robert from the channel Mislead Loyalty, and I love sharing my honest opinions on the most viral and trending videos of the moment. You know how it is. I sit here, we watch the content together, and I give you my most authentic, unfiltered reaction. What you see is what you get, pure sincerity and good vibes. Today we have a video that is breaking the internet, and I couldn't help but share my reaction. But before we start, if you like the content, support it by liking, subscribing, and activating the bell so you don't miss any reactions. And if you'd like to see more content like this or have suggestions for reaction videos, leave them in the comments. Let's get started with today's video. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well, blessed, and enjoying family. As always, muchas gracias to everyone for everyone's words, wishes, time, and the love and support. From the heart, I appreciate every one of you. Also, do please like, share, and hype the video. Well, everyone, here I am, una vez más, just with a quick reaction. First I want to give the proper thanks. The one that uploaded this is the Real Crime Stories Daily channel. Please go over there, give him a like. I came across this also by the boy William and Rolling R's. Thank you so much for sharing this with me and helping me find something relevant to react, at least to the sense that I have personally crossed this with, right? And getting right into it. So what do you guys think? Is it the same Armando? Time flies. I could have sworn I thought it happened a little bit ago, right? Where this fool was fighting Sana for Orange County. And would do right, I'm not going to say he was wrong about it. Because he literally had a lot of pillies in his ear, right? Telling him what to do, because he didn't learn that type of politicking on his own, right? Being freshly made. But anyways, again, my belief is he would have won. But this is a reaction to it, I want to touch on what I always say on my videos. That Tecato mentality. They all have it to some sense, right? Now, I know he had gone into witness protection. For some reason, I thought he just took a deal, right? And locked it up. But live and learn, right? But I want to start this reaction by starting this video. And you guys tell me what you guys think about what this guy currently did. Here we go.
Are these two mugshots showing the same man? Or is this just one of the wildest coincidences in gang history? On one side, you've got Armando Mando Moreno from Southern California, a kid who came up in hoodlum Crips and then Vario hard times, then climbed all the way to Mexican Mafia shot caller in the Chino prison system. He was part of the Orange County's Chaos Car, a brutal 2009 race riot, and a power struggle with veteran MA boss, Peter Sana Ojeda. Eventually, he's greenlighted and catches a big federal RICO cases, flips, and cooperates. Last time the record talks about him, he's buried in long-term custody, and there's no public paperwork clearly showing if or when he ever walked out.
That's exactly what I thought. Like I mentioned, that he was still busted, for what he did with camaradas in Orange County. Man, you'd think they would wash him up. So I guess I'll be posting questions throughout this, right? Do you guys think that federal witness protection program does anything for the community? Here's a perfect example, right? I don't wish jail on nobody. I wish everybody gets out. But when an individual gets out and goes across the state, or the country, and then picks on older people, you guys tell me in the comments, what do you think is the proper thing to do? Do you guys think this guy's gonna change his mentality? Or, look at him, full of plogas. If you guys think about it, go back to when he was a crib. That's exactly what he looks like, todo prendido, right? But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, He ain't even tried to change himself a little bit. But I'll touch a little bit on history about him and why, I know this cat that good besides that big rumble he had with Sana for Orange County. Let's hear a little bit more though, please.
It's missing. Champ's name keeps crossing with a woman named Ashley Pearl Zentz and her boyfriend Armando Moreno Jr. Zentz and Moreno are described as heavy drug users. Champ had been helping Zentz get drugs through another dealer, Tracy Austin. The night after Champ is believed to have been killed, security cameras in Baltimore County catch Zentz and Moreno crawling through Tracy Austin's kitchen window. Zentz is armed with a knife. They rob Austin of her phone, credit cards, about $1,000 in cash from a wall safe, and her rental Infiniti SUV.
Imagine that. A 70 plus older man not only got robbed, but he gets beaten to death with a crowbar. Now, tell me, what type of individual would have that mentality in him? I see a lot of people throw loosely that, oh, I'll take someone's life out. Really? You call taking someone's life this? To me, this is coward, right? But again, please leave me your opinion. Let's continue on it. It's just a short, real fast.
Cameras show the Explorer and Austin's Infiniti arriving together. Someone parks the Explorer, jumps into the Infiniti, and drives away. That, plus phone records and witness testimony, is enough for deputies to zero in on Zentz and Moreno. In Harford County, Zentz is charged with Champ's murder and vehicle theft. In Baltimore County, Zentz and Moreno are both charged for the home invasion. A jury later convicts Zentz of murder, and she gets a 60-year sentence. Moreno is acquitted of the murder, but convicted for the home invasion and sentenced to 10 years in prison. So here's the tension. On paper, the Maryland courts never say this Armando has anything to do with the Mexican mafia.
Do you guys see what they were doing? They were all quacked out. They were targeting older people. And you guys know I don't really touch on, if you're in the game, period, what you are. But they were targeting older people, taking their cars, beating them, taking advantage. It's a long way from when I met Chango. I don't know if you guys been with me, can go back with me to Ironwood, right? Remember I threw a big cell distraction, the woods follow suit. Due to some camaradas from Sea Yard had gotten there for taking off on the COs and everything we're giving them soup, whatever, they would rip, throw on the floor, and it was every time. Well, I was Chango in the celly. This is before we went to Lancaster. Now I know the big fight he had with Sana came later. I couldn't even start to tell you how he got in touch with the Pili and he started his walk. That's for him to know, right? But I can guarantee you there's a lot of older Pilis that were in his ear. Just think about it. How can a new member that hasn't been in politics that long know exactly his rights in the EME and start fighting a one-dayer like Sana for the control of Orange County? Keep in mind, he wasn't fighting for the control of his neighborhood. He was fighting for the whole county. But anyways, let's finish hearing this, please.
Cameras show the Explorer and Austin's Infiniti arriving together. Someone parks the Explorer, jumps into the Infiniti, and drives away. That, plus phone records and witness testimony, is enough for deputies to zero in on Zentz and Moreno. In Harford County, Zentz is charged with Champ's murder and vehicle theft. In Baltimore County, Zentz and Moreno are both charged for the home invasion. A jury later convicts Zentz of murder, and she gets a 60-year sentence. Moreno is acquitted of the murder, but convicted for the home invasion and sentenced to 10 years in prison. So here's the tension. On paper, the Maryland courts never say this Armando has anything to do with the Mexican mafia. The California files never mention a future murder case in Maryland. When did he get released? Did he quietly get released for cooperating with the feds? Tell me your thoughts in the comments.
Well, everyone, again, do please go over there to Real Crime Stories Daily and give him a like for sharing this with everyone. Well, I want you guys' thoughts. It's a trip. This individual has some luck. The one thing I know for sure is that all the connections he got in Lancaster were from Max, from Ono, from B&E when he started cooperating. But the main thing I want you guys to tell me, I don't wish nobody prison, point blank. I used to be a lifer. I just think everyone deserves to get out. What you do when getting out, that's between you and God, right? But tell me what you guys see in this. From that big power struggle, if you guys got time, go through it. And then to what he's currently done over there. Tell me he ain't lucky. Homegirl got 60 years. He has 10 years. So basically, I want to start an open conversation on the right and wrongs of them programs. We can't deny there's a lot of right for protection of families that are chased by or however. Anyways, I will go live tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, but it'll be on the other channel, on the Misled Loyalties Rob channel, the main one. And this is going to be the topic. It's mainly why I wanted to put it out beforehand. But again, do you guys see more of what I speak on when I say Tecato mentality? He never had that coming to him. The feds shielded him. So is it a good thing or a negative thing? With this said, I just wanted to bring this to you guys that are with me. I know I'm not great at reaction. I'll get there as I did with the other channel. But I send my love. Please stay true to yourself. Love to loved ones. Please leave a comment.
See you in the next video. Thank you for your time and for being part of this wonderful YouTube family. See you next time.